Welcome to Cisco Center of Excellence at NHCE to the course Routing and Switching 2. The prerequisite for this course is Routing and Switching 1. So we are going to look at EIGRP routing configuration for IPv6 networks now. For IPv4 networks we have already covered. So we are going to consider this topology where we are going to configure R0, R1 and R3 with EIGRP, and the autonomous system number we are going to consider as 2 for these three. They belong to one autonomous system, and this is the internet for which we are going to do a static route. Now the foremost requirement is that link local addresses should be configured on all the routers, because the hello packets or update packets are exchanged via the link local addresses. So as we discussed, prerequisite is RNS1, where we have already seen how to configure the IP addresses. However, I will demonstrate one particular interface for which I will assign the IP address just for the revision. And then we are going to look at the IPv6 EIGRP configuration. So going to the topology, I am going to R0, and here I'll go to the global configuration mode. In there I will go to int s000 and I will give the IPv6 address. The link local address always starts with FE80 and I'm giving ::2 and then link local. Okay, so it is taken, and then we can also give it automatically. If you give IPv6 enable command, then automatically your link local address will be assigned. I will also assign the global address IPv6, so it belongs to network 2000. See, S00 is on this network, so from this network I can give a IP address 2001:db8 :cafe CAFE :1235 : I will give 1 and /64, and then you can do no shutdown. This is how we are going to assign the IPv6 addresses to all the interfaces of all the routers. After this, we again go back to the global configuration mode. In the global configuration mode, now we have to enable the routing. Before that, you can also do IPv6 unicast routing for enabling the dual stack, both IPv4 as well as IPv6. Now for this, what we need to do is router 0 is connected to router 2, that is the internet connectivity via this S00 interface. So we need to give a default static route so that it can connect to the internet, because we don't know in the public network what all networks are present in the internet. We don't know the network addresses of outside world. So we will simply do a default static route which we have learned in RNS1 course, ::/0, and we'll give the exit interface S000. Right? Now we will enable the EIGRP. So the command is IPv6 router EIGRP and give the autonomous system number. In this EIGRP v6, we need to give the router ID manually, because router ID is a 32-bit number and it cannot take it from the IP addresses, because the IP addresses are 128-bit numbers in IPv6, whereas in IPv4 even the IP addresses were 32-bit number. Therefore, if we were not giving it manually, then that IP address was being taken automatically as the router ID. Whichever was the highest configured IP address on the interface would have been taken as the router ID. But here we have to manually give, because the IP addresses are 128-bit and we cannot give that. So router ID is 32-bit. So I have given this. The command is EIGRP router ID 1.1.1.1. Okay, and now we don't have any networks to be given in this. Instead, we can give the redistribute static command here Why? Because the default route information which I have configured on router 0 should be shared with router 1 and router 3, because router 1 is connected to PC2. So PC2 can also be connected to PC0 if we share this default information with the other routers. So for that we will do redistribute static command. And by default the EIGRP processes are shut down in IPv6. So we should manually bring them up, activate them by doing the command no shutdown. In IPv4 automatically by default they were operating, activated, but here they are shut down, so we should manually bring them up. And then we will come out of this router mode and go to each interface on which we want to configure the EIGRP. So we said that EIGRP autonomous system is R1, R2 and R0 and R3, not R2. R2 is internet. So the interfaces between R0, R1 and R0, R3 should be activated with EIGRP. So the interfaces that are connected are S001 and S010. So for this already we have configured the IPv6 addresses. So we will go and say int S010 IPv6 EIGRP2. We simply have to enable it. Similarly, and we'll do no shutdown to it. And similarly int S001 and we'll say IPv6 EIGRP2. Right? Now we go to router 1. Enable configure T. I have already configured the IPv6 addresses. I will just enable the dual stack once again. So I will not configure, only I'll do the router part, routing, EIGRP routing. So IPv6 EIGRP router EIGRP 2. Okay. And here we are again going to give the EIGRP router ID manually. I am giving 2.2.2.2. Okay, the moment I give this, neighbor adjacency is established. Right? So we will again, after we give router EIGRP 2.2.2.2, now I will do no shutdown, exit. And let me see what is the interface that is connecting. It is S001. So I will go to int S001 and I am going to say router EIGRP2. Right? And you can do no shutdown as well. Okay, we are in router mode. I'll go back, exit, int S001 and we have to write IPv6 EIGRP2. Right? Now similarly on router 3 also we will do the same thing. Configure T. In the enable mode, configure T. Then we have to set up the IPv6 router EIGRP. Remember, the autonomous system number has to be same to set up the neighbor adjacency. And then you can give router ID EIGRP router ID 3.3.3.3, right? And no shutdown. And you come out and we will do on int S010, I think it is 010, let me check. Yes, it is 010, and we are saying IPv6 EIGRP2, right? And no shutdown. So when you are doing this, neighbor adjacency will be established. Even if you want, you can do in the router mode, you can disable the gigabit interfaces. You can make it passive because on gigabit interfaces which are connected to end devices, we need not send any hello packet or any routing information. So we can go to router IPv6 router EIGRP and say passive interface G0 by 0, because PCs, they will not play any role in routing. It is the routers, the network devices, which help in routing, right? Similarly, for router 2 also we should do enable configure T, and I need to configure a default static root because they might not be knowing what all networks we have used within our autonomous system number. So we will say S000, right? So all the IP addresses are configured, and now if we want, we can check the connectivity. I'll delete the previous scenario. I'll take a new one. Between PC2 and PC1, the first packet may fail. We will fast forward it. We will again fast forward it. If I go to PC2 desktop, I'll go to command prompt, ping. I'll use the ping command because in Packet Tracer 7.3 version there is a issue 2001:db8:cafe:1113, and let me see what IP address I have assigned to PC1. So for PC1 we have assigned ::5, and similarly let me see for this PC what we have assigned ::5. Okay, so here I'll say ::5. So this real-time scenario is not working for IPv6 in 7.3 version Packet Tracer. Earlier version it was working. So here you should check in the command prompt. See, it is pinging. Alright. Similarly, if you want to see the network connectivity for internet, so the internet PC is 2000. I'll just do the ping command for this also. So it is ping 2001:db8:2222::5, and this is also pinging, right? So you can verify the connectivity like this. So we have seen the configuration of EIGRP routing for IPv6 network. For any queries, you can mail me at er.divyasharma@gmail.com. Thank you.